You might believe you know how the world works, but the reality is the opposite. You go ahead in life, composing opinions and cobbling together a narrative about who you were and why you did what you did. Showing up to reading this sentence, and taken as an entirety, it appears genuine. A substantial amount of work from psychology and cognitive science conveys that you need to indicate why you function the way you do, select the things you pick, or assume the opinions you think. From the most prominent researcher to the most modest artisan, every brain within everybody contains preconceived conceptions and thought practices that lead awry without the brain comprehending them. Cognitive biases are predictable practices of thinking and conduct that guide you to make wrong decisions. You and everyone else come into the earth preloaded with these annoying and thoroughly inappropriate methods of noticing things, and you seldom see them. Maintaining a favorable self-image appears vital to the human mind. You have developed mental mechanisms created to make you feel fabulous about yourself. Cognitive biases lead to imperfect alternatives, bad decisions, and wacky, usually entirely incorrect understandings. You tend to look for details demonstrating your ideas and ignore facts questioning them. Psychologists call it confirmation bias. The paperbacks of your bookshelf and the bookmarks in your web browser are a natural outcome. https://comagnifier.com/text-to-speech-converter Rather than taking a long path and profoundly considering the most suitable course of action or analytical train of thought, you use heuristics to conclude in record time. We learn some heuristics, others arrive free with every new human brain. Logical fallacies are akin to math difficulties involving language, in which you miss a step or get twisted around without learning it. They are opinions in your mind that you conclude without all the realities because you don't manage to listen to them or have no concept of your limited knowledge. Logical fallacies can also thrive primarily on wishful thinking. Sometimes you involve reasonable logic in false assumptions. At other times, you use lousy reason to the facts. For example, if Albert Einstein declined to eat scrambled eggs, you might presume scrambled eggs are rotten for you. You will soon conclude you could be wiser. Thanks to a surfeit of mental biases, inaccurate heuristics, and common fallacies of opinion, you are presumably misleading yourself minute by minute to manage reality. When a motivation in the past influences the way you conduct and judge or sense another impulse later on, it is called priming. No matter if you knowingly witness it, every perception sets off a series of related concepts in your neural network. Businesses uncovered priming before researchers did, though once psychology began exploring the mind, more and more instances of automaticity were discovered, and even today, it isn't apparent how much of your manners are under your conscious command. Studies of priming propose when you commit in deep contemplation over the reasons for your behavior, you forget many, conceivably most of the impacts stockpiling on your persona, like freeloaders along the flanks of a ship. You are most receptive to suggestions when your cognitive cruise command is on or when you discover yourself in unknown possibilities. If you get a grocery list, you'll be less likely to reach the checkout with a cart full of things you had no intention of purchasing when you left home. If you overlook your personal space and permit confusion and mess to sneak in, it will impact you and perhaps inspire further negligence. Positive feedback circles should enhance your life, not detract from it. The details are missing while the big picture of your own life continues. Though the big picture is a falsehood facilitated by your continued and senseless dialogue, counting up to a narrative of who you are, what you have accomplished, and why. To comprehend confabulation, we must proceed with the surgery. Every once in a spell, in severe cases where nothing else is worthwhile, physicians divide a patient's brain right down the middle. And what they uncover is intriguing. You feel like a single person with a single brain, though in numerous forms. You have two reflections, recollections, and feelings cascade throughout the entirety, though one side is better at handling some jobs than the other. Oddly enough, your right hand gets directions from your left brain, and your left hand from the right. The left eye witnesses transit crossways via the skull into the right hemisphere and vice versa.